So the purpose of this video is to help Rockford retirees maximize their Social Security benefits. Now, I teach a whole 40-minute class on just maximizing Social Security benefits, and I've been teaching that class for probably about 15 years in the Rockford area in various libraries at Rock Valley Community College. I've taught about it at Northern Illinois University College. So I've taught this class for a long time, but I'm just going to give you some highlights in this short video on ways to maximize your Social Security your Social Security benefits. So let's get started. Let me pull up. Let's see. I'm going to go here. The first thing we want to do is you're going to want to verify your earnings record. Now, you might remember years ago, they would send you this green and white report from Social Security. It came about 3 months before your birthday. And on the left-hand side, when you opened it up, it would have this page right here where it shows you, about how much your estimated benefits would be. And then on the right-hand side, which a lot of people never looked at the right, but on the right-hand side is a really important page. It actually showed you year by year what your reported earnings for Social Security were. So according to the government's records, this is how much they think you've earned over your lifetime. And that's what your Social Security benefit is based on. Now, does the government ever make mistakes? No, not our government. Well, I don't know if you feel that way, but I don't think it's a bad idea to double check, right? So you might want to look through that list and say, well, did they miss a year? Did they miscalculate a year? Do they have that information correct? Because that is going to be the basis for the income that you're going to receive for the rest of your retirement from Social Security. So you need to verify your earnings record. Now, they don't send out those green and white forms anymore. So what you're going to want to do is go to ssa.gov, and right on that, you need to register for that site. They're going to check you out, ask you some questions to make sure you're really you, which is good because it protects your information. You'll answer those questions, and then you'll get that benefit report. You can print one off or save it to your computer, whatever you feel like doing. And then you'll have that information. You'll be able to verify your earnings record. That's how you do that. So that would be kind of a step one. Don't miss that. It's kind of an important step because you don't want to miss out on benefits that you have coming to you just because the information was wrong. Step two, I want you to think about evaluating your longevity. What do I mean by this? Well, what I found in talking to a lot of people who are retiring is that a lot of people underestimate how long they're going to live. They realize that there's been medical advancements and that people are living longer as a whole, but we don't always apply that to ourselves. We kind of look at just our own immediate family history, and we don't really think we're going to live much longer than that. But here's the statistics. I just want to show you this. This is really interesting. I'm just going to grab a little pencil here. Let's see if that's right. Yeah. So you can see if you're a male age 65, you've got a 50-50 chance of making it to 85 years old. 50-50. And if you're a female age 65, you've got a 50-50 chance of making it to 88 years old. Now, if you're married, guess what? Married people live longer. So if you're married, if you're part of a couple and you're age 65 today, you've got a 50-50 chance of living to 92. Not both of you. One of you has a chance of living to 92. Why is that so important? Well, when it comes to your Social Security benefits, it's really the whole system is based on life expectancy. So, if you wait to get a bigger check, you're going to get a bigger check for less years. You're going to give up some years, but you're going to get that bigger check for the rest of your life. Well, when does that pay? Well, it pays if you're going to live a long time. It doesn't pay if you're going to not live so long. So you have to look at life expectancy on both sides. If you have longevity in your family and you think you're going to live a long time, then you're going to want to at least consider waiting to take Social Security because you're going to get more out of the system if you do. If you're unhealthy and you don't think you will be around that long, well, then you may want to take Social Security early. So it does have an impact, or it ought to, on that decision. So you need to really evaluate your longevity. So how long are you? Hold on. There we go. How long are you going to live in retirement? I don't have the exact answer, sorry. But if you really want to know, ask a life insurance company because they're willing to put money on it. So they're the ones who absolutely will give you the best answer. But here's a way to do this without going and apply for life insurance. You can go to this website, www.livingto100.com, and they have a 40 questionnaire. It's free to do. And you will get an answer based on the 40 way you answer the questions. They'll give you a realistic estimate of how long you're going to live, and it's helpful to have that to make an educated choice in your Social Security in electing Social Security. Now, no matter what you do, or I should say, once you have that information, rather, your third step should probably be to get an analysis. You don't have to get it with me. We do offer this as a service, not just for our clients, but for people in the community who are interested to find out more. We do this as a free service. Why is it free? Because I pay for the software. I actually have the Cadillac software on analyzing Social Security because I've been teaching this class for so long. I had to have the right information. And we just pay a flat fee to this company every year, whether we run one person through the software or 150 people through the software. It doesn't cost me any more or less. So it just costs me a little bit of my time. And I'm happy to do that so that I get to meet people and maybe help them with their retirement planning. So if you need to do an analysis, even if you don't do it with me, get one done. Every time I run an analysis for one of my clients or one of my prospective clients, I usually find some interesting stuff. I mean, there's been many times where I thought I was going to tell this person, oh, we should do it this way. And then after running the numbers, oh, wow, this is different. So a lot of things to consider. Have you been divorced? Has there been have you lost a spouse to death? Are you a survivor of a spouse that's passed away? Do you work for the school system or the government and have some restrictions as to how much you're going to be able to get from Social Security? These are all, are you married and one of you has a much larger Social Security, one of you has a smaller Social Security? What's the best way to maximize that? Spousal benefits. So there's still a lot of different strategies and ways to look at this. And there's 2,500 pages of rules on Social Security. You're not just going to be able to wing it. And if you do, you're probably going to make a mistake. And you can't go back and fix it, right? Because once you've elected a Social Security benefit, it's not so easy to reverse it. And in fact, after the first 12 months, it is irreversible. So it's an irreversible decision. You want to get it right. You really should do an analysis. Next, I just wanted to show you this last bit, this last piece. And this is a tool that I use. So we do run Social Security analysis reports for people, but we also run a Retire Right Blueprint software. And what this does, this blueprint's really simple. It's kind of like the old Visine commercial. We're trying to get the red out. The red means we ran out of money in retirement. These other colors are sources of income. This blue along the bottom is Social Security income, right? So we put in certain assumptions. We put in how much income you think you're going to need per year, what the reasonable inflation rate might be. We put in, how much you have in your retirement accounts and what kind of growth rate you might be getting on that, and so forth. And then over here, we put in your Social Security. So in this case, Joe was planning on taking Social Security at 67, and Mary was planning on taking it at 67, and that's the blue. It's meeting about almost half of their needs for income throughout retirement. And they're doing pretty good up until about here, till about age 78, where they start to run out of money at age 78. So they're not in fantastic shape, Joe and Mary. There's some things we could do to help them, but they're likely to run out of money at 78 years old. That's if they take Social Security at 67. Now, watch what happens if we take it at 70. Now, we all know if we wait, we're going to get a bigger Social Security check. But watch what happens on the screen as soon as I put it to 70. A big difference. And then I'm going to put Joe's to 70 too. So they're both going to wait till 70 to take Social Security. And look what happens. They get much more Social Security income, but they used up a lot of their assets here. So it put a strain on their financial picture overall. And in fact, instead of their money lasting till 78, in this case, their money only lasts till 75. So did waiting for this couple help? Well, in this situation, not so much. They probably would, if they really want to retire at 67, they're probably going to be better off turning Social Security on at 67. So it's not just about running a software analysis to see how much money can we get out of the government. That's always good. I like to get more money out of the government, but we want to know, how does this fit into your overall picture? So you need to not just optimize it, but or maximize it rather. You want to optimize it for your particular situation, and you need to have the right tools and information to do that. So there's multiple kind of analysis that need to be run if you want to get this right. So after you're done with this video, I want you to watch this one more video if you can. It's another 10-minute video, and go ahead. It should be somewhere on this page. So go ahead and look for it. And it talks about avoiding the big mistake, the big retirement mistake, and how avoiding that mistake can help you retire stress-free. So go ahead and check out that other 10-minute video. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care.